Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 1st of December. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Brambles, Eclipse Group, Judo Capital, Perseus Mining and IAG. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to our free newsletter, but my stock tips come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you're getting that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. My main business is on the broking side in portfolio management, so if you'd like to have a trading account with me, then please give me a call and I'll explain how that service works, and the advice here is general only. So we've got the daily chart here of Brambles. We can see it's had a decent run since the start of the year. Most recently we had this pullback a few months ago, but then it did start to level out and then form what looked like a fairly clear line of resistance. Broke higher about a week ago, and now it seems to be trending well. So it does look like a hold here. It should just continue to head higher at this rate. I mean, in terms of a buy, maybe it's a little bit too far from the break. You might want to wait for a consolidation, but overall it does look like it's going to try to head higher. Okay, Eclipse Group. Now a bit of a messy chart. I mean, if I zoom out a bit more, we could see it's not really made any progress, just pretty volatile. But what I have noticed that looks interesting is this reversal here in early November. So you had a situation where the share price sort of fell into this data, gapped down, gave us one of these indecision days, gapped back up, and then continued higher. So this sort of island reversal here is actually quite bullish. I mean, the share price hasn't done a lot since then. It is still a bit volatile. We don't really have a clear trend, although yesterday's move was pretty good. But I think the odds are, given this reversal, as long as it doesn't obviously head back to that level, I think the odds are it does look like it'll head higher. So potentially even a buy. Maybe you can put a stop under these lows here. But yeah, very interesting to see that pattern. Okay, Judo. So sort of zoom out. Basically, since listing, it's been going down. Sort of based out here, we've got this little sort of low and then rally back up. Then we've had this sort of sideways, tight range, and then you get this big move. So that's, basically the clear sort of buy signal, I reckon. Yesterday's breakout, volume was good on the way up. It sort of cleared these peaks here. So it should, it should just continue higher. I mean, it was only the first day up, so as long as it doesn't open up sort of up here, it still, potentially looks like a buy, and you can have your stop. I'd have it, under this low here. You don't want to see it go back there, but yeah, another sort of interesting sort of chart pattern, the way it's sort of leveled out and then broken higher. Okay, Perseus, very good progress since that September low, very strong trends. So you've got these really impulsive moves, then you get a consolidation, and then another buy signal here, really impulsive move, flat correction, impulsive, flat. So very strong trend. I think anytime it consolidates and then gives you one of these sort of reversals or breaks higher is the buy signal. So a few buy signals along the way. Yeah, it just looks like it's going to head higher from here. I just like the way it's trading. Okay, finally IAG. Now, I mean, since the start of the year, it's a bit higher, so we could say that it's been fairly defensive against the broader market. It's up a bit instead of being down a bit. But as we could see, sort of longer term, there's the weekly chart going back a few years or so. It's just a massive underperformer in the long term. So it's had a brief period where it's outperformed, but looking at the way it's trading now, it's starting to underperform again. So since the start of November, it's been going backwards. The broader market's been heading higher. It does look like it's it's going to roll over from here. Sort of a lot of these red candles, a lot of negative days closing near the lows. It did bounce yesterday off the lows, but I wouldn't be surprised if it puts in another lower high. Then that would be a bit of a worry. So it does look negative. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through. We'll try to cover it next week.